Assalamu alaikum. Miss Fatma is speaking. I hope you are in good health. Different approaches differ in the level of teacher and situation and student participation. Today, inshallah, we'll discuss another approach in teaching and learning foreign language, which is an eclectic approach. The outlines that we'll discuss here are basic concepts, general overview of the approach, definition, the situation in most schools, eclectic approach in teaching English, advantages of an eclectic approach, and criteria for effective teaching methods. Yes, here. Okay, firstly, what are procedures? What are approaches, methods, procedures, and techniques? Yes, here the first concept here is an approach. What is an approach? Yeah, okay. This refers to theories about the nature of language and language learning that serve as the source of practices and principles in language teaching. Yes, here, okay, this means that an approach refers to the principles or assumptions underlying the process of language learning and okay, yes, of language teaching and learning. For example, one of the assumptions underlying descriptive linguistics is that language is a set of habits. Yeah. Also, another example here, yes, habits, okay, or habit information is acquired by the process of responses, reinforcement, and stimulus. Yes, this is the definition of an approach. So here, okay, an approach describes how people acquire their knowledge of the language and make statements about conditions which will promote and enhance successful language learning. Yeah. What, okay, yes, here, okay, an approach provides principles to decide what kind of content and what sort of procedures are appropriate. Yes. What is a method? What is a method here? Okay, just try to give a definition of a method. Yes. Okay, a method here, okay? Yes. Okay, a method, okay, is a set of procedures. It consists of a number of techniques used in a systematic way to achieve the aim of language learning. Yeah, this is a definition of method. Yes. So a method is the practical realization of an approach. Yes. It is how the teaching is to be conducted. Yeah. Also, a method includes the lesson plan, the syllabus, the textbook, other teaching materials, and the number of teaching period. Moreover, a method includes decisions made about language teaching outside of the classroom. Yes. Okay, what is the procedure? Okay, what is the procedure? Yes, here, a procedure is an ordered sequence of techniques. A procedure is a sequence which can be described in terms such as first you do this, then you do that. Yes, this procedure means that steps to follow. Okay, yes, smaller. So procedure is smaller than a method and bigger than technique. Yes. Okay, procedures are a part of school. Okay, these procedures establish a classroom culture and community. Yes. What is a technique? What is a technique? Try to think and give a definition of technique. Yes. Here, okay. Yes. A technique, yeah. Here, okay, a technique is the procedure used by the teacher in the classroom In other words, okay, also here, okay, okay, a technique is what the teacher actually does in the classroom to implement a method, which is in turn consistent with an approach. So a technique, yeah, is a classroom, yes, teaching device, and thus, okay, represents the narrowest term of four concepts, which are approaches, procedures, methods, and techniques. Yes. Yes, here, okay. So a technique is any of a wide variety of activities or devices in the language classroom for realizing lesson objectives. Technique, okay, a technique must be consistent with a method and in harmony with an approach. Yes. Here, okay, what is the general overview of the method? Yes. Okay, an eclectic approach was created in the late of 17th century. Yes, which means okay, which is okay, emerged from a Greek eclectos, from ecclesion, which means pick out, from echo, which means out, and leg, which means choose. Yes. Here, the main proponent of the eclectic approach is Rivers. According to Rivers, an eclectic approach allows language teachers to absorb the best techniques of all the well-known language teaching methods into their classroom procedures, using them for the purposes for which they are most appropriate. Yes, here, okay, just okay, we have هنا we have okay misspelling, just okay, to okay appropriate, yeah. Here, okay, after R we just instead of O I, appropriate. Yes. Here, okay, so this is necessary and important because teachers faced with the daily task of helping students to learn a new language. Yeah. Also here, okay, only well-trained teachers can become eclectic. If teachers, here, okay, teachers with no theoretical thinking about the advantages and drawbacks of any approach can't use it. Yeah. Here, okay, what is the eclectic approach? Yes, definition. Give me a definition of the eclectic approach. Yes, here, okay, as its name indicates, eclecticism is not a teaching method, but an approach. Eclectic approach, not okay, a method here. According to the British Council, okay, the definition of an approach is a way of looking at teaching and learning. This means that the approach we follow as teachers is going to determine what method, activities, and techniques we will apply in our classes. So the approach is the broadest one, okay, between these, okay, four concepts. Yes. Also here, okay, so then every approach has its own methods and techniques which are applied by teachers in order to have a plan to follow at the time they are teaching a subject. However, okay, these methods are generally focused on a specific objective, leaving aside other important aspects in the learning process. Yeah, for that reason, okay, and given that all methods have advantages and drawbacks, the eclectic approach combines as many methods as the teacher sees fit to accomplish and implement all the objectives, okay, set for the class. Yeah, so here, okay, the definition of an eclectic approach. An eclectic approach is a method of language teaching, okay, learning, and teaching that combines various approaches to teach language depending on the aims of the lesson and the abilities of the learners. Depends on the aim of the lesson and the abilities of the learners. Yes, here. Okay. So the eclectic approach to language teaching has become common and fashionable in modern language teaching. Yes. Yes, here, the eclectic approach, yes, is a combination of all the teaching approaches and methods. Also in eclectic approach, the teacher can choose from these different methods and approaches, which are grammar translation method, direct method, structural situational approach, ideolingual method, bilingual method, communicative language teaching, total physical response, the silent way. Yes, here here eclectic approach is used as one of the main approaches in language learning inside the classroom. Not all students respond to a dealing situation in the same way, so teachers may try other techniques from other approaches and methods. Here as in the brief, as we discussed in the previous slides, eclecticism is defined as a type of methodology that makes use of the different language learning approaches instead of sticking to one standard approach. So it should be pointed out that making use of the positive aspects of different approaches helps the teacher to achieve his aim with his students in different learning situations when presenting his material. Yeah. Here, the situation in most schools here. So just what is the eclectic approach? Just give any brief. Give what is an eclectic approach in brief. An eclectic, it's not a method. Yes, it defines an attitude on the part of the language teacher. It's an answer to the present day situation in most schools. Yes, here which include mixed abilities classes. Every learner has his own attitude towards the foreign language. Every learner needs a certain type of motivation. Also, every learner has his own way of learning, forgetting, underlying. Yes, so here the methodologist can decide which teaching technique the teacher must use at every step. It's up to the teacher according to his learners various needs and attitudes. Yeah, here what is eclectic approach in teaching English? Yes, what is eclectic approach in teaching English? Yeah, here the eclectic approach is similarly treatment that incorporates and combines principles or techniques from various methods. Yes, it recognizes the strengths and weakness of the various methods to the needs of the individual students. Although there are visible disadvantages to eclectic approach, it seems to be the most integrative approach to treatment that is most effective in reducing symptoms of psychological disorders. So the teacher decides what methodology or approach to use depending on the aims of the lesson and the learners in the groups. Yeah. Yes, here almost all modern course books have a mixture of approaches, yeah, and methodologies. Okay, not just okay depends on one methodology. Okay, have a mixture of approaches and methodologies. Yes. Here, okay, what are the advantages of an eclectic approach? Okay, we have here, okay, some advantages of an eclectic approach. Here, okay, such as safety, okay, interest, diversity, flexibility. Here, okay, safety, which means that, okay, um, yes, teachers have the chance to choose different kinds of teaching technique in each class. Yes, and interest here, okay, interest, which means that, okay, this approach, okay, helps connect life experiences to the ideas presented. And okay, here diversity, okay, which means that, okay, uh, an eclectic approach gives, okay, students a chance, okay, to see different kinds of teaching techniques, okay, that break monotony and written and their writtens. Yes. Okay, and here, okay, also the flexibility, which means that, okay, which means that flexibility in choosing any aspect or method that teachers think suitable for teaching. Yeah. Okay, what are the criteria for effective teaching methods? Here we have, okay, some, okay, criteria for effective teaching methods. Yeah. Firstly, okay, here, okay, the method must be simple for both teacher and learner and must be within the capabilities of all teachers. Yes. Here, okay, moreover, it must bring about a balance between the spoken and the written, yes, words. Here, okay, also it must overcome the conflict between fluency and accuracy. Yes, here, okay, fluency, which means that using the language without hesitation, and accuracy, which means, yes, okay, okay, accuracy is the aspect of language and the language learning which emphasizes the importance of correctness, okay, in pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. Yes, here, okay, another criteria, method must reflect the linguistic habits the child has already acquired, okay, by learning their mother tongue and their ability to assimilate a new language. Here, okay, the method must enable work done with modern teaching aids such as audio-visual aids and computer. Yes. Okay, it okay must also be sufficiently flexible to cope with various classes conditions as far as, okay, students specific general interest, okay, are concerned. Yes. Okay, just to try, okay, also, okay, method must ensure that students are given the opportunity to okay, the opportunity of having the greatest number of meaningful context visible, okay, both with and in foreign language. This year, okay, try to think about this question. Do you think keeping updated in teaching stuff is a must? Do you think that? Do you think, again, do you think keeping updated in teaching stuff is a must? Yeah, of course, yes. Yeah. Why? Okay, why? Why keeping updated in teaching stuff is a must? Yes. Here, okay, because I think because it's impossible or at least very difficult to use only one method in an English class. Therefore, we will say, okay, that we use an eclectic approach by applying what we think is the best option, okay, to help our students. Also, variety and flexibility are the most important features to implement in any class. In addition, there is not a questionable method or an activity. It all depends on the teacher's style and the student's needs. So, keeping updated in teaching stuff is a must. Yes. Here, okay, we have an assignment. Okay, try to think and answer this question. After you finish, send your answer for me. Why is eclectic approach suited to learners? Yes, why is eclectic approach suited to learners? Okay, just okay, try to think about this question after you are watching the video and okay, you are watching this lecture. Try to think and answer this question. Yes, thank you. I hope this